Hi, everybody.
Hey, we're live.
We're live right
We're
now.
live right now.
We were gonna name the stream BP Oil Spill, but we didn't know if that would be controversial or not. Have y'all been playing Final Fantasy 16?
You know, this may shock and awe the viewers, but no, I've been playing chess. I learned a new opening.
That's cool, Scott. Hey, my main dudes, I'll go ahead with my famous question in the stream later. I gotta draw a Paizuri first. Tight.
That's the name of the chess opening I learned. No, it's the Ponziani.
Scott tried his Ponzi scheme against me yesterday, Ingo says.
That's true, and Ingo beat my ass like horribly. I was down like 25 points of material, and then he stalemated me, so it was a draw. I'm really upset that I can't consistently beat Ingo yet, because like he only plays against me, and I play all the time. I played like hundreds of games, and I can't improve more than he just naturally is good at the game.
Yeah, we went to the Reds game on Friday. It was a very good time. Saw a great baseball game.
The best game that I've ever seen in person. It was the second best baseball game that I've watched ever, period. I'll describe the ending of this game, because the last inning was what made it so special. Top of the 10th, the Padres score 2 runs. The Reds come back in the bottom of the 10th and tie it with a home run with 2 outs. So like I pretty much everybody in the ballpark was just like over it. They were like, oh, the game's over, whatever. You know, like I was just sitting there. It was quiet. Everybody was dead. All of a sudden, like this loud crack of the bat happens, and it's a tied game. This little short 5'11" man,
Big Dick Matt McClain.
Big Dick Matt McClain hit a home run to tie the game. So it was tied going into the 11th inning. The Padres scored 2 more runs. We're down by 2 in the bottom of the 11th. It was 5-4 going into the 11th inning. So De La Cruz ties it with a double. He's super fast. He's like the fastest man in baseball. I don't remember who was at bat. I think it was Kevin Newman. He bunts. Elly De La Cruz goes to third base with 1 out in the inning. Fly ball ties the game. The batter, Nick Senzel, hits a ground ball right at the shortstop, who throws it home. But Elly is so fast that he actually beats the throw there. He slides in. Everyone's like, we win. Yay, it's awesome. And the umpire calls him out. And everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck? So the Reds challenge it, because in baseball, if you think the umpire got it wrong, you can challenge the call. And they'll look at it on replay, and they might overturn it. When they say that he's out, and like the Reds didn't win the game, so there's 2 outs in the inning, everyone boos. I mean, I've never booed anything so much in my life.
It was like a stadium about to be in riot. Like it was fucking bad.
All this whole time, Spencer Steer is in the middle of an at-bat. It gets to a 2-1 count. In the middle of all this chaos, in the middle of us booing this umpire, chanting for Elly, all of a sudden, this loud crack of a bat happens, and it sounds like somebody stacking timber. And all the Reds players are running onto the field. Everyone's looking around like, what the fuck happened? And we all realize that it's a home run. So everyone's just jumping up and down and screaming and celebrating. I'm looking out into the outfield. I didn't actually tell you this, Bryce. I was looking out because before I celebrated, I was like, I want to make sure it's a home run. I want to see the ball land. It just never fucking landed. I mean, he killed this baseball. But yeah, awesome game. Awesome game.
I'm from Baltimore, so I'm an Orioles fan. But I was there, and I had like a Reds hat on and everything. I was cheering. It was a really good time. There's this dude next to me that like when I told him I was from Baltimore, he kept like every time the Reds would do anything, he would like fist bump me, and he'd be like, Reds fan, and I'd be like, Reds fan. And like, so like when we hit the walk-off, he leaned past his wife and like held out his fist to me. It was like, Reds fan, and I was like, Reds fan. By the way, what's up with PS2 memory card? Why is that the title? Well, we needed a title, and that was the first thing to pop into my head.
Yeah, because he rejected my title.
Well, I just didn't know you actually wanted me to name it BP Oil Spill.
It's topical.
When you said that, I thought, what do you mean it's topical?
People always be talking about
everyone's still really hung up on the BP Oil Spill.
I go down to the club, you know what I mean? First thing I log in, they go, hey, Scott.
They're still
I go
talking
down.
about
Oh, no. Oh, no. He said, real talk for a second. I'm going to talk about chess some more. You know, part of why I think it's so fucking cool is because I've been studying this opening, the Ponziani, and I was reading about it. This was an opening that was invented in the 1400s, like 600 years ago. And here I am learning the same opening. I think that is so sick. I don't know why. I just think it's neat, I guess.
The Ponziani is one of the oldest chess openings, having been discussed in literature in 1497. It was advocated by Howard Staunton, generally considered the world's strongest chess player from 1843 to 1851. What a very specific... That's only like 10 years. What a very specific frame of time. Today...
Chess evolves, bro.
It was originally known as the Staunton opening or the English Knights game, but today it is known by the name of Domenico Lorenzo Ponziani, whose main contribution was his introduction in 1769 of the counter gambit 3f5.
Yes.
The opening is now considered inferior to 3bb5, the Rue Lopez, and 3bc4, the Italian game, and is rarely seen today in any level of play, although Magnus Carlsen used it for a victory in 2013. You think we can get the Scott opening in the Ingo defense?
Well, the Scott opening is that I play the first couple moves of an opening, and then I forget what the proper line is in response to whatever my opponent
I did watch
does.
Scott. Him and I played a game the other day, and he was like, he's about to beat me. He had a queen and a king, and I had just a king, and so it was like trying to not do a stalemate. And he was like, I know this. And he pauses. He goes, "You've played this on chesslate.com, Scott. You know this. You practiced for this. You practiced." And he like reached for a piece, and he stopped, and he like put his head in his hand, and he thought. He was like, I know this. And then he won. It was literally
Hey,
like,
I knew it.
I watched him dig into his brain for it. It was very funny. We should do a stream where we just replay all of those clips Ingo sent us, like a replay stream.
It's like a clip show from like a sitcom.
Yeah, and like it's literally not just, it's just 2 hours of just lazily strung together clips.
Do we have that many clips?
I don't know. The one where Echo talks about the screw-on dick is pretty long. That and the one we're talking about the guy named Hector that like fished your ass. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yes.
Old viewers of the stream will remember this stream where we talk. I fucking don't even remember fully what it was, but it's like,
it was like you have unlimited money, but every time you spent even $1, a guy named Hector shows up and has to fist your asshole.
Yeah, and the logic for it that we came up with was that like he has to like get the money out of you. I remember. He has to reach in your ass and get the money.
I remember there was somebody in the server and they hadn't ever like tuned into stream before, and so they decided to one day. They were like, I'm gonna tune into stream, see what it's like. And it was the stream where I drew the giant sperm, or no, I think you drew the giant sperm. Yeah, and so for most of the stream, it was just us talking about a gigantic sperm, and with a drawing of a gigantic sperm on the screen. That's good.
Stupid. Why did I make?
I don't know. It's really funny. And they never tuned into a stream again after that.
Hey, just arrived. Can you convince me to read Kindred Heavens?
It's a book that we have been working on for a long time. How long would you say that we've been working on?
We started working.
Kindred
I can tell
Heavens?
you exactly when we started working on. We started working on Kindred Heavens. Pause, Scott, because this is going to alarm you. In April of 2021.
Jesus. Yeah. It's been a long time. A lot of rewrites. A lot of care put into it. I feel like I always worry when you talk about like rewrites and things, people get the impression that it's like messy or bad. When I don't feel like that's the case, I like to think of it more as just there was a lot of care put into making it perfect and exactly the way that we wanted it. But we're really fucking proud of it. I mean, this is like the whole shit. I mean, honestly, all of the art stuff like Discord, Twitter, Patreon, all that stuff has been building to this. This is like the whole thing. This is the goal, the dream. Like without these, here, I'll pull up. Actually, you can also help get us over to 26,000 if you want. We're almost at 700 backers, which is cool. Like without this, there's no anything else. You know, this is the whole shit. Like Twitter, Patreon, all that stuff. It's all for this. It all is to serve this. Drawing Lucia and stuff, it's fun. Yeah, I like it. But this is the whole shit. These comics are our lifeblood. It's the whole goal. It's everything. This is something that we actually wanted to be like special. You know, this is something that we wanted people to sit down and read and be like, wow, this actually like means a lot to me. This actually is inspiring or says something, you know, about the human condition, even if it's small. So there's my quick pitch / guilt trip.
When the Kickstarter launched, like we talked at length about how nervous we were about it. And about how stressful of a day that was. And that was because to Scott and I, we genuinely viewed this as a chance to really prove ourselves and to really prove like whether we could break into comics or not. Not that we aren't proud of what we do with Lucia and aren't proud of everything we've done. We're very proud of all that. But, you know, it's kind of like when you've been building to something for a long time and, you know, it's a really hard thing to break into. There's a lot of anxiety about that and about whether we had a lot of fear that people wouldn't take us seriously as comic guys and that we would just be like the guys that draw boobs. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like that's all people, and people would reject this notion of us trying to do comics, especially because when we would talk about it a lot, their first question is like, is it NSFW? And if we say no, it feels like we're immediately, they're like not gonna like the book. That was our big worry. And so to see people like it so much and to be so excited about it, especially, you know, as much as people talk about liking our works, you know, we've only ever really put out The Panty Bear as a book, and that was a book written 5 years ago. It's very old, and it's very different than this. So we know it's a gamble for a lot of people to support it, in the same way that it was a gamble for us to put all this work into it. And so it definitely felt a bit like a we have to show it, or kind of like a make it or break it kind of moment for us. And so it's been that's part of the reason it's been really cool, and Scott and I have been nonstop talking about it because we're just really happy and excited.
Well, that's the end of this drawing. What's something unhinged I could draw? Fiesel
Lena Dion, just combine them both. Just make it both.
Fiesel Lena Dion Jr.
This is an all-time stream moment.
Oh wait, they have like wings. I always forget the wings.
Squaring off with it. It kind of looks like somebody else should be there in front of it. So what did y'all think of stream? Is that a good stream? Are we good? Are we good at what we do?
This is why you're here, right? It's to watch us promote Kindred Heavens, and then watch me draw this.
This seems like a good time to say, everybody, if you wanna support us, you know, you can go. You can buy.
If you want to see more Horus,
you can buy Kindred Heavens. If you're really like, you're a big Horus guy, you know, Horus is a big guy. If you're a big Horus guy, you know, go support Kindred Heavens. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no.
How did we get here? Didn't we just spend like several minutes talking about how, like, you know, Kindred Heavens is this sacred like thing that we really love?
But we're still us. This is how Horus charges up, actually.
Yeah, it's like cell absorbing the androids. Horus.
What would be Horus's cell form?
I have an idea.
Jesus Christ.
There's more.
Going.
So the story here is that this is the inside of Horus's
Jesus
esophagus. And Lucia's in here. This is a teaser for the Patreon drawing with Lucia. He ate her. She's inside of him. And so the Fiesel Jr. is like, oh man, it's dark in here, and there's Lucia. This is what I've chosen to do with my time.
Characters. This is what I write a book. I pour my heart and soul into it. I create characters that people love, and this is what he does to them. This is what he does. He just took a character that I created, that he created, that spawned our whole career, put her in the belly of another character that he just spent 10 minutes talking about how the book they're from changed our lives and how important it is to us. Do you guys see this? Do you understand what's happening? What are you doing now? There's more?
So what this drawing's about, the meaning behind it, is that Horus wants to be pegged.
We killed
If
him.
I die and this is the last thing that I've ever created, I'm happy with that.
This is kind of like a post sheet.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the...
You should post this on Twitter. Fuck it. Twitter's so fucked anyway. Who cares?
How does this happen? Did I just do that? It's like sometimes it's like I just woke up out of a trance and like I'm just looking over what happened. Oh fuck.